It was very sad to hear of the passing of great white lead vocalist Jack Russell. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. And Jack Russell, of course, like I said, best known as the lead vocalist of Great White, the original one that is. He recorded many albums with Great White, had 2 solo albums, one called Shelter Me, one called For You. And when he recorded the one called For You, he was having problems getting people to attend his solo gigs. He started to perform as Jack Russell's Great White, performing some solo songs and some Great White material. And I believe Mark Kendall did join him in. And they did this tour from 2002 to 2005. And they had that gig at the station, which was that big tragedy where over 100 people were killed. Honestly, I don't think Jack. I'm not saying he didn't show any remorse for it, but you know, when it happened, it seemed like some stuff was in denial. I don't want to talk about that again. I have a video on my opinion on some of that stuff. I believe you could check my channel out for that. You know, he was born in 1960 in California. He was influenced by Robert Plant and Steven Tyler. He became a vocalist for many bands in high school, and later on he met Mark Kendall at a concert. And they originally were known as Dante Fox, but then they changed names of the band to Great White when the band's managers said that Mark Kendall was like a Great White. And you know, later on, after he left Great White in 2010, he had his own version of Great White called Jack Russell's Great White. There was a lawsuit over a name. Both parties agreed that he can call himself Jack Russell's Great White, and they would still call themselves Great White. And somehow it didn't confuse the fans. His version of Great White released their first album in 2017 called He Saw It Comin'. He also released a sequel to the Great White's 1998 tribute album to Led Zeppelin titled Great Zeppelin 2, a tribute to Led Zeppelin. And he also released a cover of Whole Lotta Love as Jack Russell's Great White. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. On July 17, 2024, Jack Russell announced his retirement from touring, and he disclosed that he was suffering from Lewy body dementia. And then sadly, after announcing his retirement nearly a month, he died at the age of 63 on August 15th of 2024. Believe it or not, in 1979, he was arrested for the attempted robbery of a drug dealer while he was high on phenytoin. He fired a shot into the house that accidentally struck and injured the housekeeper, who survived the incident. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison, but released after 11 months. And him and his girlfriend, Heather Ann Kramer, got married in 2011. And like I said, he was on a lot of Great White albums, and I'm gonna tell you which ones he was on just about. You know, the band is still continuing with another singer as we speak, but you know, that's for a different day to talk about. So basically, you had the what was it? I'm sorry. Okay. Their debut album, Great White. There was also Shot in the Dark, Once Bitten. Then the album Twice Shy. Then you had Hooked. Then there was Psycho City. Then after that, they ironically had an album called Let It Rock. That was 1996. Then we go into 1999 with a song they had called Rolling Stone Can't Get There From Here. And then in 2007 they put out Back to the Rhythm. Then Rising in 2009, that was the last album with Jack Russell. And I know there's some live albums with him. One is Recovery Live at the Ritz, Live at the Marquee. You can read the whole thing on his on his page or whatever. And of course, the album, which was like Jack Russell's Great White, but it was considered Great White. It was called actually no, this was actually Great White. It was a farewell concert because they were apparently breaking up. This is before he went solo, and it was called Thank You, Good Night was the name of the album. So much I know about Great White that I confused my that I confuse some stuff on them, because like I said, I'm not that much into them like I used to be. But you know, what are you gonna do? It is a sad day. If I'm rambling, I do apologize, but you know, a sad day that Jack Russell passed away barely a month after he retired from touring because of his health issues. The other members of Great White did put out a statement talking positive about Mr. Russell. Jack Russell, rest in peace. Shame, shame, shame